भारती न्यूज, सीधा, सटीक और निष्पक्ष।
Good evening and welcome to Bharati News. I'm Vansh Wadhawan and let's have a look at the biggest news stories of the day, starting with national headlines first. SC expresses concerns over dowry deaths. Courts are duty-bound to deeply scrutinize circumstances. The Supreme Court said a superficial application of bail parameters not only undermined the gravity of the offence itself but also risked weakening public faith in the judiciary's resolve to combat the menace of dowry deaths. The Supreme Court made a significant observation on dowry deaths, saying it was unfortunate that dowry deaths remained a grave social concern and courts were duty-bound to deeply scrutinize circumstances in which bail was granted to the offender. Court must be mindful of the broader societal impact given the offence struck at the very root of social justice and equality, said a bench of Justice Vikram Nath and Sandeep Mehta. Biju Patnaik birth anniversary. The BJP government in Odisha announced that it will celebrate Panchayati Raj Divas on April 24 and March 5 will be observed as the birth anniversary of the former Chief Minister Biju Patnaik instead of the Panchayati Raj Divas had been celebrated for over decades. Additionally, the government cancelled the holiday that had been observed on that day. In a statement, the Chief Minister's office said that although March 5 has traditionally been observed as Panchayati Raj Divas in Odisha, this year it will be celebrated on April 24 to align with the national observance. The Odisha government will no more observe Panchayati Raj Divas on 5th March, which is Biju Babu's birthday. Instead, Panchayati Raj Divas will be observed on April 24. The new date was approved by the CM today. March 5 is the birth anniversary of Odisha's legendary leader Biju Patnaik. The state BJP government has decided to celebrate March 5 as the birth anniversary of the former Chief Minister Biju Patnaik and not as Panchayati Raj Day. Besides that, the Odisha government has also cancelled the holiday on that day, the CMO said in a statement. Coming to international news, Trump pauses US military aid to Ukraine, pressures Zelenskyy to hold peace talks with Russia. White House officials said that Trump is prioritizing efforts to secure a peace deal to end the ongoing war, which began over 3 years ago with Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine. The official emphasized that Trump wants Zelenskyy to be fully committed to that goal. Additionally, the US is pausing and reviewing its aid to ensure it supports a resolution to the conflict. The halt of military aid comes just days after a public clash at the White House between Ukrainian President Zelenskyy and Trump, who is seeking a rapid end to the war. According to the US State Department, Washington has till date provided USD $65.9 billion in military assistance since Russia launched its premeditated, unprovoked, and brutal full-scale invasion of Ukraine on February 24, 2022, and approximately USD $69.2 billion in military assistance since Russia's initial invasion of Ukraine in 2014. Trump slammed Zelenskyy for saying end of Russia-Ukraine war is still very, very far away. Earlier, Trump slammed Zelenskyy for stating that the end of the Russia's war against Ukraine is likely still very, very far away. Trump's rebuke underscores growing tensions between the two leaders and signals an increasing pressure on Kiev to shift its approach. Pope Francis suffers fresh respiratory issues put back on non-invasive ventilation. Vatican Pope Francis was first admitted to Rome's Gemelli Hospital 2 weeks ago after being plagued by a string of lung-related medical struggles, including bronchitis and then pneumonia. Pope Francis suffered 2 new episodes of acute respiratory distress on Monday that had prompted doctors to place him back on non-invasive mechanical ventilation. As per the Vatican, the 87-year-old pontiff, who had been battling a persistent respiratory infection and pneumonia for over 2 weeks, inhaled a copious amount of mucus, which has further complicated his recovery. In a late-night update, the Vatican disclosed that the episodes were triggered by significant accumulation of mucus in his lungs, coupled with bronchial spasms. 2 bronchoscopies were performed with the need for aspiration of copious secretions, the Vatican said. Francis remained alert, oriented, and cooperative with medical personnel. The prognosis remained guarded. Coming to sports news, UP Warriors shot out for their lowest WPL total. Gujarat Giants make giant stride in standings. The Gujarat Giants have made a giant stride in the Women's Premier League 2025 points table after their big win over UP Warriors in their 6th match of the tournament. GG shot out UPW for their lowest ever score in WPL and won the match by 81 runs. The Giants registered a comprehensive 81-run win, the second biggest by any team in the tournament, as they successfully defended a strong total of 186 in the first match of the season at the Bharat Ratna Shri Atal Bihari Vajpayee Ekana Cricket Stadium, Lucknow. Beth Mooney starred with an unbeaten 96 to take the Giants to 186/5 in their 20 overs. She could have got to her 100, which would have been the first in the tournament ever had she got more strike in the death overs. The Giants lost opener Dayalan Hemalatha early to Chinley Henry in the first over. Harleen Deol and Mooney stitched a 101 run stand for the second wicket to bring things back on track and lay a strong platform. While Harleen was dismissed off 45 from 32 balls, Mooney carried her onslaught. She received many assistance from Ash Gardner 11, Deandra Dotin 17 and Phoebe Litchfield 8. However, her 59-ball 96 led to the Giants to a pretty strong score. Rohit Sharma tempted to play for spinners against Australia in Champions Trophy 2025 semi-final. India went with 4 spinners in their last group stage fixture against New Zealand as Varun Chakravarti took a match-winning 5-wicket haul after playing his first game in the Champions Trophy 2025. India skipper Rohit Sharma has conceded that it is tempting to play 4 spinners in the semis too. India captain Rohit Sharma is tempted to go with a 4-man spin attack in the semi-final of the Champions Trophy 2025 against Australia after Varun Chakravarti's exploit against New Zealand. Chakravarti made his Champions Trophy debut in India's last group stage game against the Kiwis and picked up a 5-wicket haul while also becoming the player of the match for his figures of 5/42. Ending with sports news, HC gives relief to Madhabi Puri Bush. Ex-SEBI chairperson asks ACB not to act till March 4 on order for FIR. The SEBI, in a statement, said it would be initiating appropriate legal steps to challenge this order and remains committed to ensuring due regulatory compliance in all matters. Madhabi Puri Bush, former SEBI chairperson, got relief from the Bombay High Court on Monday. The court asked Maharashtra ACB not to act until March 4 on an order directing it to lodge an FIR against former SEBI chairperson Madhabi Puri Bush and 5 other officials for alleged stock market fraud and regulatory violations. New India Cooperative Bank scam. Ex-directors claim unaware of Rs 122 crore fund embezzlement. These directors have claimed they had no role in the alleged fraud which came to light last month. They said, the Mumbai Police's Economic Offence Wing EOW probing the alleged illegal withdrawal of Rs 122 crore from the bank's treasury. In the ongoing probe on the new cooperative bank fraud, at least half a dozen former directors of the bank have told investigators that they were unaware of the alleged Rs 122 crore embezzlement at a fraud-hit lender, Mumbai police officials said on Monday. So that would be all from our end. Thank you for joining us. Stay tuned to Bharati News for continuous coverage coming right up. Wishing you a good evening and a great night ahead. Thank you.
भारती न्यूज़, सीधा, सटीक और निष्पक्ष।